Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I decided that I wanted to narrate or do like a voiceover for this video, so that's what I'm gonna do. For our trip to Hawaii, we did have a layover in LAX for like 10 hours, so we decided to hit up Santa Monica Pier. It looks a little empty here because it's kind of early, but people did start to show up a little bit later, and we got to enjoy like the show of these people breakdancing. We went to the beach and bought some fruit, and we enjoyed these bubbles. After a few hours, we headed back to the airport and we were on our way to Hawaii. Whenever we arrived, it was pretty late, so we just got settled into our Airbnb, and this was our official first day. We came to this breakfast place called Sunny's that serves coffee and teas, and they had some pastries, and then they have actual breakfast items, I believe at around like 8:30. And my brother and my sister-in-law ordered some pastries here. My mom and I ordered some avocado toasts. After breakfast, we made our way to Diamond Crater Hike, and this was like $5, I think. It was not that expensive, but I do have to say that it was a pretty steep walk. So if you're not used to like going up the stairs or walking like that, this might be kind of difficult.
I'm gonna pan this way to the left.
At this point of the hike, it was my turn to carry Santi, which I will do happily. I actually wanted, a little extra weight for a workout. However, I did not realize that this also had stairs, and I had to go up so many of them with the baby. Lucky for me, I had been doing the stair climber at the gym, so, easy money. We made it to the top. And of course, Santiago is just enjoying being carried and being outdoors.
Santi, what did you think of the hike? You liked it?
Something I did not know about Hawaii is that there are wild chickens everywhere. At first, I thought that they were people's pets, but a local told us that they're wild chickens. Anyway, after our hike, we took the bus back to the area where we are staying, and we decided to stop by this 7-Eleven and look at all these snacks that they have. They definitely do not have typical 7-Eleven food that we have in the mainland. They had like bento boxes and like typical Hawaiian food to go at the 7-Eleven. Anyway, next to it, we went to this restaurant called Oh My Grill, and we tried some Hawaiian food. Taste test, Abraham? After we ate, we went back to our Airbnb to change because we were gonna go snorkeling with the turtles. However, if you saw the previous video and this one, you can see that the sky's looking a bit gray, so it's not looking too good. Once we got out into the water, they did tell us that we were gonna have to turn back around because they spotted lightning pretty nearby, and it just was not safe, so we got rebooked. So for the rest of the afternoon, we kind of just spent some time by the beach, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed because it was very cloudy and it was just not turning out the way that I wanted it to. After the beach, we headed to Costco to grab a few items to have at the Airbnb so that we didn't have to be eating out all the time. Baby's Costco run in Hawaii. After Costco, we just headed back to our Airbnb and called it a day. For day 2, Miriam and I decided to go on a little walk, and we ended up at the beach and saw the sunrise before we headed out for the day. Here we are taking public transportation yet again. This time we were headed to Kualoa Ranch, which was a bit further out, so we were on this bus for quite a while. So here we are at our destination. We are at Kualoa Ranch. Apparently they filmed one of the Jurassic Park movies here. I'm not sure which one, but whenever we went inside, it was just so beautiful. The weather was really nice as well, so it was perfect for our horseback riding excursion that we reserved. I have to say, this was, I think, my favorite part of the Hawaii trip. Everything around me was just so beautiful and luscious and green, and it was just a nice view everywhere I looked. The only downside to this, I will say, is that this is gonna be, I think it was like a 2-hour horse ride, and if you're not used to riding horses, oh my god, I could not walk whenever I got down from the horse. Like, I was really sore. After horseback riding, we ate at Kailua Ranch. They have like this cafeteria place where you can order food. To be honest with you, it was not that good. Like, I've had much better. It was very lackluster for me. Once you get your food, there are seating areas outside and inside, but we decided to sit outside to keep enjoying the view. And then these 2 little birdies joined us, and my mom fed them a fry. After horseback riding, we made our way to Kailua Beach, where we met up with my brother, my sister-in-law, and my nephew. Here we are trying to make an aesthetic video of us running into the beach and not realizing that there's a steep drop in there, and these waves are crazy, man. Like, if you do not know how to swim, I do not recommend you go into these waves because they were pretty aggressive. After enjoying some time at the beach, we decided to call it a day and head back to our Airbnb. On day 3, we started out by getting breakfast, and of course, because we're in Hawaii, we had to get an acai bowl. After we ate breakfast, we made our way to Kailua Beach, where we were looking for this place called Kailua Beach Adventures because we had rented some kayaks from them. Got our books. Those coconuts, you think that they're free? The coconuts.
The bridge, you're going to take the carts off the kayaks. So unstrap them, stand them along the side, over the sand, and launch from the right-hand side over there.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
After picking up our kayaks, we made our way to the beach so that we can row to the nearest island, which was like, it was like a little tiny island. It was, I wouldn't even call it an island. Like, it was just like some rocks. All right, quick story time. At this point of the trip was where Miriam and I's friendship was tested because we were getting really frustrated with the kayaking. We just couldn't figure it out, and we were having a hard time making it to the island and then back to the land. But, you know, we're friends. We survived it. We can laugh about it now, about how we flipped the canoe and like we just kept going in circles, but honestly, it was because we didn't follow instructions and I don't know, we ended up really far from the shore. It's funny now though. So anyway, after this we decided to eat lunch because we were doing some strenuous activities and we got hungry. So we ate at this place that was right next to the Kailua Beach Adventures kayak rental. And then we decided to make our way to Lanikai Beach, which was, I want to say maybe like a mile from Kailua Beach. It was not really that far. When we got there, my family buried me and gave me a little mermaid body. If you're not getting buried in the sand when you go to the beach, what are you doing? Anyway, so we just swam for a little bit longer until like the sun went down, and then we decided to head back to the Airbnb and just chill. So on our last day in Hawaii, we were finally able to go snorkeling with the turtles, and look at how beautiful the water looks. What a difference from the first day where it was like gray and gloomy and it was not it. But I was honestly living my best life in this moment. Look at me just enjoying the breeze in my face, enjoying the nice weather, the sun in my face. This was a magical experience. I was not able to film underwater, but I'm just going to describe it to you. Whenever I was underwater, not only were there turtles swimming in the bottom, but I could see the rays of sunshine seeping through the ocean floor. And it was like, it's like how you see it in those documentaries. It was beautiful. I ended up coming back on the boat because I started to get a little bit seasick and it did not go away, unfortunately. I had to sit in the back of the boat where I could smell the gasoline because it was the only thing that was keeping me grounded. I was seriously about to throw up. After snorkeling with the turtles, we still had a few hours left before we had to be at the airport, so we decided to go to the Ala Moana shopping center, and there happened to be this orchestra playing, so we sat and listened for a while. So after all that swimming, of course we got hungry and we headed to the food court, and whenever I tell you guys, this was like the best food that I had the whole trip. I think this is like Korean barbecue food, but oh my god, that cucumber kimchi was so good. The glass noodles, I dream about those glass noodles. I tried to recreate them whenever I got home and it was just not the same. It was not the same. I could not recreate the flavor. And lastly, we could not leave Hawaii without having some Hawaiian shaved ice. And this was honestly some of the best shaved ice I've ever had. And I think it had to do with the fact that it was not overly sweet. And the shaved ice was not just water shaved ice. I think it was like condensed milk shaved ice. So it had a little creaminess to it. After that shaved ice, we made our way back to the airport and headed home. If you made it to the end of the vlog, I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!